Surprise, surprise, the Bank of Canada holds rates exactly where they are, but they leave that hawkish tone of, we might have to raise rates later, we're data dependent, shut the fuck up. You're not fucking doing nothing. Canada is this close into tipping into a serious recession, which means the only option for the Bank of Canada then will be cut, motherfucker. So welcome to another episode of the Fruitful Report, where I talk about real stuff going on in the economy, business, real estate, real talk, no music, no edits, just straight fucking facts. You know it. So yeah, today the Bank of Canada holds rates steady. What's next for the market? What's next for Canada? What's next for the real estate market? We're gonna explain all of that right now. So here's the thing, the last inflation report that just came out in October for the month of September was pretty good, actually way better than expected. Inflation came down. If that trend keeps ticking down, Bank of Canada is totally done. In my mind, in my little crystal ball, I think they're done pretty much no matter what. They are done, and they're gonna be cutting as soon as Q1, Q2 2024, the absolute latest. They have to. The hand is played out. It is over. And why is that? Let's get into the data of why. Number one, the unemployment rate is rising. Now it's at 5.5%. Now historically, that is apparently low, which is so surprising to me. It's typically around 6%. However, we're in a new world, but things are trending on the uptrend, that is for sure. Now in America, their unemployment rate is sitting around 3.8%, which is getting high for them. Imagine they were at 5.5 in the US, it would be catastrophe. Their economy would be over. But because Canada is such a socialist country and not a lot of people work, this is normal, I guess. Get this, even at the 5.5%, that's 1 in 20 people don't have a job. That's fucking crazy. And it just looks like it's gonna keep getting worse. The unemployment rate is definitely going to keep rising as more and more companies start laying off people, and we're seeing that already in the financial industry. CIBC, Scotiabank, all these big banks are laying off a huge round of people. And on my own anecdotal evidence of being in the construction industry, we flip houses, we do investment properties, talking to all my trades, yo, everybody is absolutely hurting for work right now. And don't forget, the construction industry is always the first to get smashed before the other industries do. It's all lagged data. Remember how this CPI, how I always talk about the CPI reports are reporting on lagged data like 8 to 10 months ago? Right? For example, the latest CPI report still has real estate prices going up. What? That's totally outdated, totally wrong. If you actually include, which what I talked about in my last videos, the live data, actual real estate prices and how much they've declined, if you put that into the newest CPI report with the live data, inflation's sitting around 1.8 to 2%. We hit the target. Inflation is done. Lower them rates, but they're not going to. Not yet. Not until they see real pain and their lag data catches up to them. The problem is that is going to be too late. We're going to be in a recession by then. So we also got the joblessness rate decreasing. What does that mean? It means more people are heading back to work. The people that were sitting on their ass on the couch collecting UBI, it's not really in yet, but it's coming to Canada. Next video tomorrow, actually. I'll be talking about that. But more people sitting on the couch doing nothing, just getting paid from the government, getting paid CERB still, getting paid Ontario Works, disability, or whatever the fuck they were getting, or just nothing. They're going back to work because they have to. Food's costing more, rent's costing more. They can no longer just chill on the government salary. They got to go back to work, which is really good. We're seeing hiring slowing across the board, especially, like I said, in the construction industry. There's like zero hiring going on. For example, I just recently put up a job ad for our company to flip more houses. I needed more carpenters. I just got absolutely flooded. It's been this way for like the past 4 or 5 months. Just getting flooded with applications. When I was looking for guys, I don't know, like a year and a half, 2 years ago, I would get one application literally like a week if I was lucky. And it was like a shitty guy. It wasn't good. Now I'm just getting like inundated, 5 to 10 a day, sometimes more. Like this is a sign. I'm on the ground floor here with my anecdotal evidence, yes, but you know, we do a lot of business. I talk to a lot of people in this area. They're all seeing the same thing. Construction is slowing. Also, GDP growth is slowing. The last quarter was negative. This quarter coming up is always a good quarter. The fourth quarter, you know, lots of sales, Christmas time, it's a holiday. So we might get this artificial bump. They're expecting to be like 0% GDP, maybe just a little bit positive, which will take us out of the technical definition of a recession, which is 2 negative quarters in a row. We expect Q1 of next year to also be negative. So we're just teetering on this definition of recession, but make no mistake, if you talk to Canadians anywhere around you, Okay, everybody's feeling like it's in a fucking recession. So what does this mean for interest rates? What does this mean for the Bank of Canada? What are they likely going to do? Let's take our crystal ball. Remember, we always want to peel the onion, look at the data, and make an educated decision on what the market is going to do, what the Bank of Canada is going to do, so we can invest in real estate, stocks, whatever your thing is, a little more smartly. Yes, that's the word I use. So what's expected for Bank of Canada? Like I said, I think they done. But they're still going to use that hawkish tone, which is what they use today of like, well, we still might raise rates. I don't know. We're leaving the door open. Shut the fuck up. Okay, you're not. Unless something absolutely crazy happens with the next inflation report or the next GDP report is like amazing and we're just smoking it. Which, guys, like I always say, I wouldn't be surprised, okay? All these reports can be so open to manipulation. The government can do whatever they want. If there is this global great reset, great power above us, and they want to do whatever they want to do with us, you can make any report look like whatever you want to look like, really. So would it surprise me if the next report on anything is like, oh, Canada's actually doing amazing. We need to raise rates more and kill people more. Okay, it's possible. I think it's just highly, highly unlikely. And we always want to put our bets in the most likely scenario, which is inflation is going to keep ticking down. Yeah, it might not go down like this, but it's going to keep ticking down. Might pop up, but it's going down. The trend is down. More people are going back to work. More people are hurting, which means the Bank of Canada is going to have to, at some point, which I think sooner than they think or what they're leading on, is going to have to cut rates. And remember, this is the message they have to do. You have to kind of read between the lines of what the government is saying. I've been investing in real estate since 2012, following the markets obsessively since 2012. And the Bank of Canada and the governments of Canada especially are just masters, absolute masters of split testing. Now, if you don't know what split testing is, that's a marketing, that's a business term, which basically means let me put some feelers out and test how the market reacts, and then we'll change course. Let's say this thing, and if the people dig it, like COVID-19, let's double down and do it some more because we split tested. If the general public reacts pissed off or insanely about it, hey, I left it open. We're just testing. Now we're going to do this policy. Canada is an absolute fucking master of doing this. And I have no idea how long they've been doing this for, but I've been following the markets, like I said, obsessively, like it's my life purpose, because it is, since 2012. And I've seen this all the way through, even during the boring times of 2012 to 2020. It was absolutely boring. It was beautiful. That's what we like as business people. But now it's just that on steroids. So what I'm trying to say is the governments and the Bank of Canada will say what they have to say because they know, Tiff McClem knows that if he said like, yeah, like today, if he said, yeah, we're done raising rates, and in fact, I think we're done, this is peak rates, and we'll probably be cutting Q1, Q2, we'll see how things go, but for now, I think we're done. Do you know what would happen to the stock market in Canada, to the stock market in the US as well? It would spill over there a little bit. The real estate market in Canada especially, everybody would run out buying real estate because they would say, hey, this is it. I'm going to lock in this good price, variable rate. I'm going to choose variable because I know rates are coming down the next 4 or 6 months, which they are, but the general public doesn't really know that. But if they did know that, everybody would be buying real estate. It'd be 2021 all over again. Real estate would go into a frenzy, and Tiff McClem can't have that. Can't have that yet. That's coming. Oh, it's coming. But he can't have that yet. We're still fighting inflation. We're battling it. You can't have it go crazy right in the middle, or like right, we're almost at the end, actually. You can't have that going on again. So, like I said, I think they're going to be cutting as early as Q1, Q2. What does this mean for real estate? Because this is a real estate investing channel. I'll have to teach you guys about real estate, how to make money in real estate. Long-term, real estate is going to be fucking crazy. It always is. Canada real estate is so valuable. If you look at the trend, and let's be real, you don't even have to look at the data. Just use your fucking brain. Is real estate worth more today? This is the example I always use. Is real estate worth more today than it was in 1985? Yes. 1990, yes. 95, yes. 2000, yes. 2010, yes. 2015, yes. 2020, yes. Real estate is always worth more over time. We don't care about the stuff in the middle, the wars, the terrorism, the pandemics. Yeah, we don't want those things to happen, obviously. I don't want those things to happen. But do I care about them in the thesis of my investing strategy? No. Real estate always appreciates over time. Why? It's a quality asset, and most importantly, it's an asset that people need. You can't go one way or about it. You need a home. Talk tough all you want. Oh, the economy, interest rates, I'm going to offer you this low ball offer. Fuck you. No. Why? Because 4 to 6 months from now, I know you'll be banging on my door, begging for this house. When those rates come down, I ain't moving my price, which is exactly what we're seeing sellers do. Now, prices are trending down, but if you're sitting here expecting some crazy market crash 2008, no. The bank is like literally 4 to 5 months from cutting rates. What do you honestly think is going to happen at that point? What do you think is going to happen as soon as they cut rates? Mayhem. That's going to happen. So any losses that we incur in real estate from here to March, April, May, kind of the latest, they're going to be regained by August of next year, September of next year, certainly by the fall of next year. So all the sellers know this. All the realtors know this. And they're passing this message on to their clients. I am a realtor. I talk to realtors every single day. This is what they're telling their clients. They're educated more so than the general public. And they're relaying this message to their clients. Just wait. If you have to sell right now, okay, that sucks. But like, I'll help you sell your house, obviously. But like, ideally, wait till the spring. The spring 2024 is going to be mayhem. The fall of 2024, mayhem. Spring 2025, we're back to craziness. So what does this mean for you as a real estate investor, as a house flipper, as a landlord? The next 3 to 6 years after this winter, you just have to get through this winter. If you can make it through this winter, if you got flips on the go right now, which I got some on the go, it sucks. It's just part of the business, baby. You're probably gonna get punched in the head a little bit. You might lose a little money, might break even. Who cares? Just get through this winter. This is it. To me, this is the hardest part right now. If you can make it to March, April, May, you're fucking golden. The next 3 to 6 years after that, I think are gonna be heaven on earth, which for real estate, which is, it's going to be a boring market in my mind. It's not going to be 2020 again. We're not going to have that because I don't think Tiff McClem and the Bank of Canada is going to lower rates that low, basically 1% interest rates. We're not going to see that. I hope actually they lower interest rates because right now they're at 6%. I hope they lower interest rates so they land around 4.5%, and they stay there. I don't want rates going down to 3%, 2%. 1.5%. I don't want that. Surprisingly, as a flipper, as a real estate investor, I should be like begging for that because that time was sweet for us. Oh my God, it was amazing. But like, I don't want that. It's too fucking crazy. Everybody and their uncle gets into real estate, gets into flipping houses, thinks they can flip houses. I don't want that shit. I want the pros to be only there. To be so like if you're an amateur, you're still gonna have a hard time, even at 4.5% interest rates. That's still, you know, a real time market, a real business market. You still have to know what you're doing. So all these clowns will stay on the sidelines more than they were in like 2020 because that was crazy. The pros are going to stand out. So if you know how to flip houses, if you know how to provide a quality rental property and attract that quality tenant, you're going to absolutely kill it. It's going to be a nice, I hope, boring, slow, easy growth market, 5% appreciation every year, maybe 7% appreciation, but no more of this 20% a year bullshit. Nobody likes that. Now, all that being said, I still think investing in Canada is going to be impossible. Even when things level out and slow down, I still think it's going to be impossible and just not smart. Real estate prices will still be too high. The rents will be high, yes, but they won't be high enough to cash flow on that high price purchase price, and that even 4% interest rate is still going to be hard to cash flow on those smaller rental properties, single family homes, duplexes, triplexes, fourplexes. Still going to be almost impossible in my mind to cash flow. The only properties that cash flow now and probably for the next ever in Canada are large multifamily buildings. We're talking 10plex, 12plex, 20plex, those big apartments. Cool. I would love to own those. Not really. I fucking hate that asset class actually. But a lot of people might be thinking, I would love to own a big giant building. It's cool. It's a great investment. It's a great asset class. If you obsess about it, just like anything, and you're really good at it, it's cool. The reason why I don't like it is because it attracts scrub tenants. It attracts the lowest quality tenant. I just don't like it. I'd rather do single family homes. Now, if you're like me, that's over in Canada. It has been since 2019, 2020, even before the pandemic. Single family real estate was impossible. Now, if you still want to invest in single family real estate, because it's such a great fucking asset class, oh my God, you can't do it in Canada. In my mind, you have to go to the US, which is where I'm going, which is where all my partners are going with me. A lot of the real estate investors I'm friends with, all the big guys in Canada, they're also getting the fuck out of Canada. Taxes are too high. Landlord-tenant board is a gong show. Tenants rule the show. What are you talking about? I own this property. I own the show. I don't like it. Cash flow is way higher. The property prices, again, are so low. I probably said that already, but the property prices are so low in America. So if you're buying properties in Florida and Texas like we are, dude, I'm buying single-family properties, single-family homes, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, detached garage, Pleasantville looking suburb for $180,000 just outside Houston, Texas. great quality area, quality tenants, lots of jobs, lots of population growth, all the stuff that we want. 180 grand for a detached house. That same house in Kitchener-Waterloo would easily be 800, 850. $180,000. And the rent is still $2,000. It cash flows like crazy. It's like $300 to $400 a month USD cash flow. You will never find that in Canada ever, ever, ever. So that's the news. That's the update on the Bank of Canada and what I think is going to be happening to the Bank of Canada and the real estate market going forward. Again, this is from a guy who flipped 150 properties. I ain't some dude on YouTube talking about finance for clicks, but has never done any business in his fucking life, never flipped a property, never bought a property. What are you talking about finance, bro? Get the fuck out of here. That's why the Fruitful Investing channel is on YouTube, because I'm a real guy, real entrepreneur doing real shit and bringing you some content and some value. I'll see you in the next video.